We join the super legit crew before the show as Chris Sanders records from his garage while waiting for the impending birth of his second child.
There is also a non-zero chance that in the middle of all this, sometime tonight, Brandy comes through the door and says, "Let's go." And I just got
what an exciting episode that will make.
Get in the car.
That stays in, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Leave the mic going. We will hear the car and pull out.
Yes. All right. We're going to bring this live. Ian.
Well, no. Before you do that, can we talk about the tag thing that we were talking about or no?
Okay, we're running kind of behind, but
so now we can't talk about it? Okay,
no, we
can't
can't
talk about it. Sure.
No, we
5, 4,
no.
3, 2, fuck me, 1.
I hate when mom and dad fight like that. It's very disturbing for the rest of us.
That's okay. I'll turn this car back around.
Wait, which one of you is passive and which one's aggressive?
Apparently, I'm the aggressive one. You want to fight about it?
I feel like they're both aggressive in this case.
I do think passive cop, aggressive cop
I'm
is something I
developing
want to
an attachment disorder as we go through.
Josh didn't want to try actually using the word tag to tag between scenes. That might be more active. So, I mean, in general, there's a lot of techniques we have available to us.
Wait, is this because I did the coaxing last week and I know I realized I was off in my own world and I bet people are trying to tag me out and I opened my eyes.
This is me being aggressive cop towards you, Charlie.
Everything is about you, SMB.
I figured it was. Yes, thank you.
To be fair, that happens on stage all the time.
Yes.
He was kind of running back and forth, trying to wait.
Just running in front of you, and you're like, "Why are all of these runners on this path in front of my shop?"
I refuse to be wiped.
Yes.
Said my bidet.
Welcome, everyone, back to Super Legit Podcast. That was the way you structure the beginning of a show, is a sentence like the one that I just said. So thank you all for the joining of me on this show. The cast who is with me this week, I'm just going to keep this up all night. Should I? No?
Do it. If you're listening, by the way, what we do with the show is we record it. We run it through Google Translate into Japanese and then back into English and send it out to you.
I want the go fuck yourself guy to host this show at some point. That'll be fun.
Yes. You mispronounced. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yes, that's right. With me this week, I've got Sean Michael Boozer.
Hello. Good to see you. Good to be here. Welcome back to everybody.
Jen Burton.
I'd also like to say welcome back to everybody.
Chris Compton.
I'd like to say welcome back to the joining of me.
Michael Hyman.
To everybody, also a welcome back.
Josh Spence.
Hi, Josh.
And Chris Sanders.
Hi.
His signature show starter. There it is. Oh,
we gotta get
God.
shirts made of that. That's the
Yes. We have Michael Hyman with us this week, so we have a co-host, so we don't have to do that homework rigmarole.
We always have a co-host.
Hi, co-host.
It's always me.
Yes.
But
nobody wants to put it to a vote still? I mean...
Why would we? We have
the original.
I would say the perfect co-host.
I would too.
Just don't order the same pizza every single time.
That's overselling it, but we have the co-host.
I would say the perfect co-host.
We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're rolling fine.
Exactly.
All right. Yes.
Correct.
Oh, and I am Jared Lennon Kaufman, in case I didn't say that. All right.
We're off to a really smooth start.
I know. This is our smoothest episode ever.
We got to hit the credits, so...
Yes. Thank you for joining us on Super Legit Podcast. All right. Question. Let's ask a question. Everyone want to answer a question? I don't care.
Please.
I'm going to ask it anyway. What's your favorite activity to zone out to? And to specify a little bit more in case you need clarity, it's like, the thing that you can just do for a long period of time. Maybe it's getting something done. Maybe it's a hobby thing, but like where you can just clear your head and think and just experience something more while you get something done.
I have one.
Jen, what's up?
I'm just going to come straight out of the nerd gate because that is what I am. We all know I love the library. This will hammer it home in a way that is very, I mean, I'm going to look good at the end of this story. So my favorite thing
really good.
is, I really love jigsaw puzzles. I just do. But I'm very specific about them. And the experience that I have with them is what I will do is I will put headphones on and I will listen to a movie that I know really well. so that I can work on the puzzle. But then I'm listening to a movie that I know so well that there are different scenes. Like I can see the scenes in my head. It's as if I am watching a movie and doing a puzzle at the same time. And I call them puzzle movies because they have to be very specific to be able to be, I don't want to ever have to look up from my puzzle. And I can do it for, I think the longest stretch I've ever done was like 7 hours straight.
Wow.
Where you sit up and your back spasms and your legs forget how to work, and like that's how engrossed I will become.
I don't want to counter what you just said, but you are absolutely the hero of that story.
Yes,
you look incredible.
Too. Puzzle
this
heads?
group.
Yeah, what's your like short list of your go-to movies for that experience, or is there an incredibly long list of movies that work for you?
I think I could probably name at least 5 that I've done multiple times. The Fugitive is a big one. Ooh. Silence of the Lambs is another one.
Creepy.
I've done The King's Speech a couple times, which is a strange one, but great for puzzling. And Bridget Jones's Diary. Broadcast News, Defending Your Life. And then there's like the dumb action. Oh, Jurassic Park's another one I've done a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta feel like, great to like nail a piece right as T-Rex roars.
I wish there was that much connection.
It's like the roar is that triumphant moment of placing and beating.
Yeah.
Yes, right. It would be great if it ended by then, but
I almost wish Jumanji was
right
on
as
that
Colin
list.
Firth stutters again.
Puzzles find a way.
Oh, that just sounds. Is that Colin Firth? That sounds exactly
King's Speech.
A lot of people don't know that Colin Firth plays the Tyrannosaurus.
I heard Hugh Grant was supposed to be the original T-Rex, but he just kept going, excuse me, pardon.
See, that sounds like they originally cast Jeff Goldblum.
That's who that was, by the way. My Colin Firth was actually Jeff Goldblum.
Now I see it and hear it. Now I get it. I had King's Speech in my head while you were talking. So
that was my favorite thing about when Jurassic Park came out, was that the world finally got what we've been waiting for, which was a Jeff Goldblum action figure.
Yeah, a sexy Jeff Goldblum.
It's like he's got a button on the back that you push it and it will just pause 2 times.
Do you experience the same emotions while only listening and puzzling as when you actually just watch the movie?
That is a great question. I'm going to go with no. It's really more like a subtle background. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's because I'm very into the puzzle experience. So my brain is completely hooked into the puzzle. And then the movie is going on in the background and I'm just sort of aware of it. It's sort of just traveling through some other part of my brain while I'm trying to figure out pieces. Yes, it's completely absorbing.
What happens if you do a puzzle without the background noise?
It's just not as fun. I don't know why. It's too much pressure.
It's got to be a movie, like, because it sounds like you would be real comfortable just like in an airport terminal.
It can't be the sound of a baby crying.
I think that if it's something that I don't know, so if I'm listening to a podcast I've never listened to, I've done it with music as well. Yeah. Music's okay. But if it has to be something that isn't going to distract me from the task at hand, so it has to be something that my God, I probably should be studied. There's probably psychological damage going on or something. But it has to be something that I know well enough that it's taking up like an upper wavelength. And then the puzzle is the main activity. So it's entertaining the part of my brain that gets stressed out by the puzzle.
Yeah.
And then while I'm doing that makes it creates space for me to just enjoy the puzzling experience without going like, this is overwhelming, I hate it. It makes it possible for me to enjoy the experience.
That's what I was asking. Like, is that
very weird?
That's why I was asking, like, what happens if you do the puzzle without the thing? Because sometimes something that's supposed to be relaxing becomes incredibly emotionally taxing.
Yeah.
When you get so involved. And I was like wondering if that helped balance that out.
I think it does exactly that. And then what'll happen is that the movie will end and I will have the stress of having to find another movie. And then sometimes I'll put the puzzle down and then the puzzle sits for a day until I find something new. Mm-hmm. Or I'll walk by it and I'll put in like one piece or two pieces. But it's like I need to have that background stuff going on. Any rate.
What's the longest it's taken you to find another movie?
I've definitely had puzzles sit on the table for days and days. So probably, but I don't know if I'm actively looking. Huh? What?
Is this the moment?
Is it happening?
No, cricket?
What? Oh, no.
It's an insane cricket.
It's in
This is going to be so much fun.
It's perfect timing.
Super. All right. Look, I've cased this joint perfectly. You're not going to believe me, but when we go in there, you're going to see a lady. Just ignore the lady. We're going to still rob the place. She's not paying attention. So we can just go in there. We're going to hit the bedrooms first. We're going to crack the safes. Just ignore the lady. She's working on a puzzle. You're perfectly fine.
Excellent. The alarm is already going off.
No, see, that's the thing.
You hear that?
You can yell and she can't hear you. Like, I can barely hear you right there. Yeah, I do hear that.
Hey, boss.
It sounds exactly like a cricket. Yeah.
That was going to be my question. I wasn't sure if that was a praying mantis or a cricket.
Okay, no, it's definitely a cricket. I got a buddy in the alarm business, and it's newer on the market. It's called Cricket.
I didn't case this place as well as I thought I did.
Oh, okay. So wait, the alarm has the same name as the bug.
Yes. I believe there is a praying mantis as well, but it just doesn't do that great because it doesn't really make much noise. It just decapitates intruders.
Hey, it's a little from column A, a little from column B. It could go either way with me.
Yeah.
Okay, Joey Wheels over here, getaway driver. I know I'm not going in, but I'm just wondering what's the deal with the lady?
Like, come in or out.
What's the deal with the lady? Why do we ignore her? She's gonna be there.
She has her headphones on. I have walked into this place several times. Has not paid attention.
Oh wait, why didn't you just open the safe then?
Yeah, why didn't you just rob it when you were there?
I'm sorry, guys. I was late. It's me, Cracker Jack, the safe cracker. Well, what's the deal? Was someone set off did someone set off a cricket?
You haven't been sued, by the way. I am amazed.
Yeah, that's pretty bold trademark infringement.
I'm pretty sure the boss did on one of his many trips in and out of the building to just ensure that the lady's headphones were on.
Guys, it's a team function. I did my research, but now I'm scared that I don't know if it's a cricket.
Hello, fellas. Hi, just a neighbor here walking my dog. I just wondering why we're all hanging out here in the front door. Is Sally home? What's going on in there? Is she having a party?
Oh, she's home. She just she's unaware of anything else going on because
she's doing the headphones thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you're familiar.
That's right.
I love that about Sally. She's just so
isn't she a card? Isn't she a card? Yes.
Oh, she's the best. I love pooping on her lawn because she never knows it's me, so I never have to pick up. You fellas have a great night. All right. All right.
Sure.
All right.
No, sure.
What? Yes.
I didn't catch it. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm Stevie. I'm the neighbor. Everybody loves me.
Stevie.
Are we all introducing ourselves?
Yeah. Wait, your names, gentlemen?
My name, look, my last name is McDonald, but I changed it because the trademark people are crazy. So now I go by R. Robert B. Benchmark. You call me by my initials, but we'll get sued again. So do not call me by my initials.
I love you. I respect you. I'm the inventor of the Cricket phone. And we have been we've been undercut by a company that makes an alarm system, and they're calling it the Cricket. We were here first, but no respect for
that's a phone. That's a phone that makes that sound.
Yes. Well, originally it was a phone, the Cricket, and then it became an alarm, and it's really maddening.
Didn't you have a competitor for a while called the Cicada? I remember that.
Oh my God! Yes, we did.
That's a phone that rings every 30 years, right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah.
Now, listen to me. Before we start hitting bank robberies, I think we should kind of have aliases. You know, like how in Reservoir Dogs there was what was it, Mr. Brown and Mr. Blonde. I think if we all go by copyright names, they might let us go if we get caught because they'll confuse us with the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I got you. We can come up with names that'll confuse them. You know, people will think we're the actual product, that they got robbed by some mega corporation or something. People are used to getting robbed by corporations anyway, so it won't surprise them.
Right. Like, I know you've been wanting to call yourself Cracker Jack for so long. I think this is the time we bring in your self-appointed nickname. I like it.
It seems perfect.
Hey, this is a respectable place in here. What are you doing? Just throwing your beer can all over the place.
I don't want to change my name. I don't want to change my name. I'm Lawrence Lucy the Lockpicker. Okay? There's no way I want to change from that.
Oh, all right. I mean, you can throw off the pattern.
Right.
But...
You know what? If Lucy's not doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm Joey Wheels. Wheels is a family name, been passed through my family all the way back in Sicily. Joey Wheels. That's who I am.
I'm Gloria Bagman. And I'm not changing my name. I'm Gloria Bagman. That's my name. The fact that I am a bagman is just unrelated.
And I'm not changing my name for nobody, or my name isn't Robert's Big Boy Benchmark.
God. Okay, I'll just out and say it. I don't like the name you guys have for me. Can I at least get a different nickname? I don't like my nickname.
Bossy McBossface?
I'm not.
What's wrong with Bossy McBossface?
Because that's a negative connotation, and I'm not that guy.
It's straight and to the point. It tells people exactly what to expect from you.
Yeah, you're the guy in charge. You're Bossy McBossface.
Yeah.
It's casual. We can remember it.
It's direct.
It's descriptive.
Clear what you like, and that your father's name was Bossface.
And that you're from Ireland originally. I mean, people want to know this stuff.
It really, it says so much so fast.
There's a distillery.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, so there's no negative connotation because you guys went to Chipotle for lunch without me, and I took that very hard.
Okay, sir. I have an order here for a Bossy McBoss. I'm not going to make this order. Bossy McBoss. That's obviously a fake name. There's no way I'm making that burrito. That is Sir, why are you throwing cups in Chipotle?
This is my Tabasco. I am taking my Tabasco with me.
Sir, you did not come in with the Tabasco. You're leaving with the Tabasco, which makes it
That's fine.
God, I hate wearing a plastic name tag.
Legit.
The most unconvincing part of that is a Mexican restaurant having Tabasco sauce.
Chipotle has a ton of them, though. They've got 3 or 4 flavors of Tabasco sauce.
I think that's where we discovered the Chipotle Tabasco.
Yeah.
That's really delicious.
It
is, yeah.
I guess the second least convincing part is calling Chipotle a Mexican restaurant.
Yes. There you go.
It's a suggestion of it.
Wait, did you just come in with a bounce board now, Sanders?
It's that type of episode.
We're just going to comment on everything we see.
It's going to be great. Listeners are going to love this episode.
Hosty McHost. What's the question
again? What's your favorite activity to zone out to, like you just did a moment ago?
Oh, you know what I love is...
recording the podcast.
Yep.
Where am I right now?
Josh is in a fugue state every recording.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's like that scene in Contact where Jodie Foster's gone for like days at a time, but like I never really left anywhere.
Spoiler.
That's another good puzzle movie, by the way.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, it would be.
It really is. I love that movie.
What's a bad puzzle movie? What's a bad puzzle movie?
No, I derailed Josh.
Yes.
No, the game's a really good one.
Ace Ventura 2.
Labyrinth.
Anything that's very quiet, like that doesn't have a lot of dialogue. So if it's like really visually driven, those aren't.
So silent films.
So what about Metropolis?
I've never seen
subtitled films. Probably not great.
No,
Castaway.
Foreign films.
That's probably terrible.
Castaway's great. No, but I know that one so well. He talks a lot to Wilson. Mm-hmm. It has more dialogue than you think.
Yeah.
What I will say, the thing that I use that is my like just erase everything in the world, zone out. If I could have a like looped 10-hour video that is Great British Baking Show animals in park B-roll, I would never feel stressed again. That was like, it was a show I had never watched, and then like during the pandemic, it was on Netflix, and so my wife and I just like watched several seasons of it, and it was like just this little pocket of calm in the midst of Armageddon that we can just like, let me just see a duck get rained on a little bit, and all of this will be okay.
Yes. Yeah. Great British Baking Show is also awesome.
That's something with when you play video on your iPhone, you can actually like cut it off and then hit play, and you can just listen to the audio. And so I have found myself listening to episodes of the Great British Baking Show while mowing the lawn.
That actually makes so much sense to me. It does.
I think you need a cup of tea as well in the cup holder of the lawnmower to just complete this.
On a push mower is dangerous. I am covered with very calm 3rd-degree burns.
The one I've had in general as a person with ADHD, it's really hard for me to be doing one thing at a time. Unless it's like super, like, you know, the podcast, for instance. Okay, I'm actively talking with you and listening to the stories that are people that are engaging with me. But if it's something slightly more passive, like watching television or movies, if I'm at home and could be other things to do, I need to sort of be doing them. It's really hard for me to just watch something. And so I'm always on the lookout for what's the kind of game I could play on my phone or computer or something that is relatively mindless, so it doesn't actually distract from my ability to track dialogue and plot and things like that. But I can do alongside of it. You know, historically, it might have been things like Minesweeper or Solitaire or stuff like that. But I still usually crave a little bit more than that. And I've mentioned it lately. It got mentioned on a recent episode, but Power Wash Simulator has absolutely taken that place for me, because you can have a home you're washing in the game. You're methodically working at something. You're making progress through it. You're cleaning it up. But like, I can stop at any moment. It's not timed. It doesn't care that I pause for like 5 minutes. So I need to actually focus on a scene really carefully. Maybe there's an action scene that's super visual. It's not just dialogue. It's like, I need to track everything in this. So I can stop for that and then go back to it and progress through it. And it's like, that's what I'm always searching for, is the kinds of games where I can pick it up for a few moments at a time, put it down. It's not freaking out that I'm not finishing something. That's been me for a long time.
I don't, for the most part, I don't find games relaxing. I find them incredibly stressful, because my focus is to do well, if not to win. Like, even if I'm playing Tetris, it is not a relaxing experience for me.
Tetris requires constant attention, and that's
Tetris
exactly
is made
the difference.
To be stressful.
Yeah, that's an action game. You know, it's a puzzle game, but that's an action-based puzzle game. And so that's why I'm always searching for not that. Like, if it's something where I have to actually be paying attention to, this has to be done before, X happens, and I've got to accomplish this quickly, and there's a time limit, or there's anything that requires active attention, that doesn't work for it. But if I can find the thing that can wait on me, it's perfect.
I think you're using action loosely.
Very, very loosely.
Because if we're going to call Tetris an action puzzle game, I mean, doing a jigsaw puzzle is an action puzzle game.
You have not seen me play Tetris.
I think if there was somebody throwing the puzzle pieces at you and telling you to put that one in, then it would be more of an action.
I mean, I'm ducking, I'm weaving, I'm bobbing, I'm just all over the place.
Did you say the game was like you're power washing like a house is what the game is?
Various cars, houses, buildings, you name it.
You're getting relief from the stress of all these things you have to do.
Yes.
By cleaning something in a dirty house that is digital.
Yep.
So
but there's no stakes.
You're doing the things that you could be doing that would be removing things from your stress list.
I'm absolutely shocked at this point how many episodes we brought up Power Wash Simulator.
It's probably at least 3, yes.
Yeah, it's been several at this point.
Yep. And it's just that theme is going to continue until I beat that game.
Or they become a sponsor.
How do you beat Power Wash Simulator?
Well, I mean, there's like a whole career mode to it where there's actually a story. You're buying better and better add-ons for it, and you're working your way through these specific scenarios.
Like Master Power Washer or
they don't have titles, but you can get different outfits. So you can dress
you get
up.
Different outfits?
Outfits for the first-person game you're playing.
Your power washing tuxedo.
Occasionally, you can see yourself in a mirror,
and you make it through your entire career. So eventually, it's just you questioning the investments you made.
Yes,
and why you didn't really build up a retirement account when you were younger. Desperately trying to fill it in these last few years, and wondering why your kids don't want to take over the business. That's kind of the end game.
You've played the game. Oh, it's perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I read a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Super.
Greetings, American teenager. We come to you from a distant world in desperate need of your aid. You see, our entire planet is overrun by dirt and grime. And we created a game and sent it to Earth to find the most talented power washer in the galaxy. Only one person could come to our planet to wash away the dirt and grime. Yes, all this time you've been playing Power Wash Simulator. You have been passing the test to be the chosen one. And it is you.
So, Jet, you keep saying this is a 2-player game, but I don't think my remote controls plug.
Quiet, you.
Okay.
We are here for the one you call Jet.
Okay.
Dad.
All right.
Dad.
If I'm taking this at face value here, you're saying to me that you have actually chosen me to go to your planet to save it?
Yes, you are the last power washer.
Well, I helped. Mom said we had to play together. I helped the whole time.
That's not what I signed up for. I signed up for, pretending to clean so that I didn't have to in real life. If you look around my room, if you notice,
it's a mess.
The physical room, total mess. Filthy,
I wash
trash everywhere.
Look, I don't know why he continues to open his mouth and allow noises to come forth.
This has been a complaint of mine since he was born.
This is why we sent the game with no stakes, but those that you think are just to pass the time. You cannot be distracted by the death of an entire civilization on a distant world in your hands. You have proven that you have no problem power washing for hours and hours on end. And boy, let me tell you, have we got a dirty planet.
You gotta understand, I enjoy power washing for hours and hours on end because it doesn't accomplish anything. That's actually cathartic to me, is to not actually achieve anything except for those achievements that pop up in the game, that, the beeping sound, and you see it, the things like, oh, you accomplished this. That's great for me. Do you have those on your planet?
I want to be an astronomer when I grow up.
Shut up.
Thank you.
I get it. I'm with you.
I'm sure there is another planet in our system that suffers from insufferable friends who won't shut their mouths. But behold, ours is not that planet.
Ouch.
Ours is dirty. And I know you must be asking yourself, how have you mastered interstellar travel, yet you don't know how to use a power washer?
Oh my God, that question actually hadn't crossed my mind.
But you also can create a game to simulate a power washer and send it across the galaxy to another planet to find a skilled power washer to solve your problems.
This is beginning to feel
less
like a bid every time you tell me.
I would just say, stop asking so many questions and get on the ship.
Is he talking to you or me?
Do I have a choice in this, or are you going to beam me up either way?
Yes.
Can you beam up? Is that one of the technologies you built? Because I'm honestly, you're right. You've put real doubt in my head about what kind of technologies.
Stairs.
God, Jet, it's not like Star Trek. God, dude.
Okay, then no deal. I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna reset the game, and I'm gonna start over from the first level.
Okay.
No,
great. You, friend who talks too much. How do you feel about Dirt and Grime?
It's horrible, but like I want to play again, but I want to plug it in this time.
Excellent. Get on board.
Boring friend. Boring friend. Boring friend.
Boring friend.
I'm not the. Okay, I'll get on the ship.
Boring savior.
Bow down to the boring one.
But it's going to take a while to go up those stairs.
It's really taking the time.
Well, it's so dirty. Like, okay.
You don't have to clean the steps as you go. Just get in.
All right. Just, a lot of space travel. Just, okay. Space. All right, I'm going. Sorry. Jet, are you sure you don't want to come with? Like, this is pretty cool. It's nothing like the movies, but I'm about to go away forever.
I mean, this sounds great to me, honestly. To be clear, the part about you going away forever, not going on the spaceship. Honestly, I could skip the spaceship, hang out here, eat chips, reboot the game, start over again, and bye.
Well, there is the chance that once he has completed power washing the entire planet, that it will have become dirty again, because he is only one human.
Wait. Are you saying this is an endless thing that you could do over and over and over and over again?
Yes, of course. Our race is quite filthy.
So it's like it's pointless and has no end, and you'll never accomplish anything?
But you need
probably
2 of us, right?
Oh my god, I'm in!
It's not like
great, boring friend.
Push him off of the stairs. He's fallen to the ground.
Bye!
Thanks, Jed.
That was the sound of our ship departing.
You're still taking the chairs. Legit.
And what a gentle
of getting on the stairs and walking to Mars.
Can we stop with this podcast? This hurts. What was the question again, Jet? I was lost in a fugue state.
What's your favorite activity to zone out to?
My favorite activity to zone out to is like strictly and solely just zoning out. Like I don't do anything extra on it. Like it's going for a hike or a walk.
Ooh.
And I don't have headphones in or earbuds. I'm just out, and I never take the same route more than once. I don't know what I'm going to do that day. Just in the moment, I'll go, I'm going to go left. I'm going to go right. I'm going to go this way.
What trails are you going to?
I was also going to say that sounds like a game in itself. One of those puzzle games where it's like you never take the same route, and you have to carefully route yourself so that you never take the exact same route again. Sometimes I do trails. Sometimes I just do hills in a neighborhood. Sometimes I do the cemetery. Sometimes I do the beach. It's nice to be in your body without anything else. You know what I mean? Like all you have to do is left, right, and you can let your mind just go. And it's one of the most peaceful. I've tried meditating and I've done meditation before, guided meditation, just sitting, but it just feels so much more freeing to let my mind go while I'm moving my body. And, so that's why sometimes I go for hikes like 4 times a day, because it's so nice to zone out and just be free.
Yeah.
I agree. I really enjoy, I mean, especially in like incredible scenery, like in really actually wild places to just hike. If we didn't need to replenish water in our bodies or, like lactic acid overload on your muscles that prevents you from walking forever, I would just walk forever. And especially the wild places, because there's so few left, not just in the country, but on the planet. Like there is a small percentage of wild space on the planet that is unmolested by human influence. There are very few places that you can go and not hear any sort of human noise. Like highway or cars or just another person speaking or yelling or whatever.
Absolutely. Dude, when I was in Fargo, in Alaska,
not the movie.
No, not the movie. Yeah, I auditioned like 3 times, didn't ever make it. When I got off the plane and looked out into the forest that surrounds the airport, there were no like houses, like you could see as far. It was unmolested forest, and there were no houses. There were no power lines. There were no smokes. It was just incredible to see that much nature. And dude, I'm not an adventurer. I'm not a survivalist, but I had that thing inside of me that was like, dude, I should just step out and keep walking. You know, and 10 minutes later, I'd been like, I need a 7-Eleven because I'm thirsty. But I had that. It's an amazing draw just to be out in nature.
That's the hike that I was able to do in Montana when I was just there. I got on the trail, didn't run into another person until I was well on my way back from the 7 miles I walked. And I ended up walking 7 miles just because I got the 4 miles into the waterfall I was going to. And it was just only about a half mile in from the trail. Like there was no more, you couldn't hear anything. It was one of the most silent places I've ever been. And yeah, once I got the waterfall and got some pictures, I was like, it was only like, I don't know, maybe noon. And I was like, I just need to keep going. And I walked even deeper into the forest and it just got even more dense. And at one point I just stopped and I just turned my phone on and just started filming. Cause it was just, I don't know that I've ever been, maybe in Afghanistan at a couple different times was it that quiet, but I had to just like film how quiet it was. And when I've watched that quick 20 seconds I took in the forest back, each time it's fooled me that I thought my phone was on mute for the first few seconds. It's just, nothing beats that. It's just, you're so, not insignificant, but you're just, I don't know. It reminds you a little bit of like your place in the world, I guess.
Speaking of your place in the world, it was Fairbanks, not Fargo. Fairbanks.
I was going to ask.
How many times did you audition for Fairbanks?
Fairbanks, I never even got a call. It was weird. Yeah.
I looked around the airport and, the guy who was supposed to pick me up wasn't there. Later, I realized I was in the wrong state.
Super.
Okay, sir. So we have a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom log cabin, absolutely in the middle of nowhere, like you asked. I just gotta ask this: you're not a serial killer, are you?
You mean obviously? Sorry. Or did you want to? We're conjoined twins.
You go ahead.
So
you
just okay. Well, I mean, obviously, we wouldn't move out to the middle of nowhere if we were serial killers. I mean, because serial means you're killing over and over and over, and it's just us out here. I mean, we need other people to be serial killers. That's even a ridiculous question. Would you agree, brother?
That's crazy. It is not the craziest thing I've heard, but a very crazy thing.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
No is the answer. What you're looking for.
Okay, so here's a pen. Sign at the dotted line. And just a quick question: how many people have you killed?
Well,
are you saying like in a row with no cooling off period?
Wow,
because that's a spree killer. Just to be clear, that's a spree killer, not a serial killer.
The answer should have been no, but I'll allow it.
We're from Florida. We stand our ground.
Strike two.
So everything we've done was perfectly legal.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, great.
How is this a condition of renting your home, sir?
I just, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 4 times, shame on me, I guess. And now there's 2 of you, which would make shame on me times 6.
Wait, this has been the home for several serial killers?
4 serial killers have been here, and I made sure they stopped. One way or another, they stopped.
So you're saying there are at least 3 people who live around here?
I said 4. You have to be accurate with your math on stuff like this. Sign on the dotted line.
I don't know how interested I am in this place now.
Well, it's a beautiful home. It's what you asked
it's a
for.
beautiful home. It's got virgin forest out here, but the house itself is not virginal. So in terms of
virgin has nothing
hobbies.
to do with the whole process of this. It's just you read the thing, you sign on the dotted line. I come back in a few weeks to see how everything's going, and we go from there. So please sign on the dotted line.
How did this get so adversarial?
Who's an adversary? I'm working for you, baby. I want you to have this house.
The words you say don't agree with the attitude I'm getting.
No. You know what? It's been a while since I've made a sale. I'm sorry. It's, usually my cycle of selling something is once every 3 years in the autumn between November and December, and we're getting pretty close to that time. So I just
so wait a minute. So what you're saying is every time
really bad.
So every time you sold it to a serial killer, you found out they were a serial killer, bought the house back from them, and then this has happened several times. Is that am I clear?
Well, there's a thing with abandoned homes. You can actually buy them really cheap. So I've kind of bought it back from the government, which is, this is sacred land we're talking about here. But you look like a guy who has an A positive blood type. Is that a thing with conjoined twins?
We do share the same blood type.
Yeah,
and it is
you know what?
Yes.
I'll take off $50,000. That's great. I like that. $50,000 if you guys just sign right now. We're getting close to November.
Wow. Anybody that would take $50,000 off a home in the course of a 10-second negotiation would definitely take $100,000 off. Am I right?
Knock. Hey, it's me, Mac the knife sharpener. I just wanted to drop off the knife so that you had me sharpen for you. Here you go.
I am surprised you have not been sued by the estate of Kurt Vile.
Oh, I have many times. I just moved to another town. All right, enjoy your knives.
No. Let's talk about the copyright infringement. We don't need to talk about my knives. Fuck, you left.
Look,
okay.
Sorry, you're shouting into the wind here. Look, why don't we just take these knives and together we can come up with a solution to our problem?
You took the words right out of my mouth, my man.
Knock. Hey, it's me, Julie Acid, dropping off all this acid for you. I got 3 buckets of acid. You want this just over in the corner somewhere?
I said in my workstation behind.
I don't know where your workstation is.
You know what?
What am I, your friend?
I don't know where that came from either. Yeah, just wherever you like is fine. Yes. That's fine.
What's this conjoined twins situation? I see what you got going on here.
I want to thank you for using the correct medical terminology.
The conjoined twins? Is there I didn't know there was some other way to say it.
People, the old racist term was Siamese twins.
Oh,
but to be fair, you are from Siam,
Thailand. It's
Siam is
Thailand.
Not a thing. But yes,
all right,
Thailand. We're from Thailand.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, I'm uncomfortable. I'm just gonna go put this acid over.
What are you
in
from
your
the Ottoman Empire?
Okay.
All right. Look.
Knock.
Oh, God damn it! Yes.
Hey, it's Billy Murder Journals. I got more of your murder journals.
Come on, man.
You were out.
Yeah, I know.
You had filled up all the other murder journals I dropped off last time.
I know. It happens between November and December. Yeah, right here next year.
Who's this handsome fella?
Hey.
Handsome fellas. Hey, fella?
We identify as he and he, yes.
Yeah, okay, fella. Yeah, handsome fellas. Hey, how about that?
Fellas. It's colloquial.
Are you guys brothers?
We are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you looked alike.
You can see the resemblance, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. You guys in the market for some murder journals?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm trying to make a killing here. Will you please?
I'm not really a writer, brother.
Yeah, I always say I'm going to keep a murder journal, and then I do it like 2 times, and then it just sits on my bookshelf.
Okay, yeah, understandable. They're not for everybody, but hey, they're for you, pal. Huh?
If
I'm
I
just
could
gonna
get
put them here
like
by the
one
acid.
sentence about a murder a day journal, maybe I could keep that up. I need something small that I can focus on.
You know what? I'm not gonna put them by the acid because they could just fall off the shelf right into the acid, and that's not what the acid is for. So,
exactly.
I'll just put them here in your in your desk. Oh, one of these roll tops.
And I gotta say, Billy, was it?
Yes, yeah, Billy.
So now tell me something. Did you change your name to Murder Journal when you went into the business? Or is this like an old family, like Smith or
No,
Potter?
my father was Mr. Murder Journal.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. He comes. They're from Estonia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still called Estonia, by the way, dude.
It's true. It is.
We're looking at you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to see right now which way I faced it, but I was talking to you. I'm still just using the word you, so I guess it's still confusing. If it was hard to tell what I was talking about, that I was talking about you, I'm talking about you, the guy over there. I would appreciate some sort of reaction, mister. What do I have to do to get you to...
Just sign on the dotted line. That's it.
You know what? Maybe you should get a Murder Journal going just to process the feelings of being ignored. Just to work through this, because I find I can feel your trauma coming through.
Yeah, and you know what? Old Billy Murder Journal doesn't do well with drama of any sort. So I'm just going to leave these here for you.
Thank you.
You know, send me payment in the usual fashion.
Yep, Amazon.com. I got it.
All right, bye-bye.
Sure.
You seem like a very decent
you
source.
send payment on Amazon after they deliver the products?
Yeah, it's one of those weird monthly subscription things.
That's got to be like the second weirdest thing I've learned about.
What's the first?
Well, I think it's the fact that you're wearing that Mondale Ferraro t-shirt. Like, who still has one? That election was like 40 years ago.
It's what I wear so things don't get dirty. That's what Look, do you guys want to be put in a murder house or not?
I'm going to say yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
great.
We'll take it.
Great. Sign on the dotted line.
Do you want to sign or should I sign?
All right, let's sign it together.
Let's do that.
On three.
One, two,
three.
Three. Scribble, scribble,
There we
scribble,
go.
Scribble, scribble, scribble.
Yep.
And that's it. That's great. The house is yours. I'll see you guys in 3 months.
All right. Whew. I tell you, Zillow works miracles.
Yeah, it's so hard to find just a rental where you can pay every 3 months, but I love this. Yeah.
Take that, Airbnb.
Legit.
Knock, knock, knock.
Legit. Just squeezing it in there.
Just gotta find that opening in all that silence.
That is weird. My wife was watching some like Netflix show. It's like one of these like real estate, $1 million real estate shows. But like at this point, the housing market has been slowly collapsing over 6 months. Mm-hmm. So like I know they shot this before that, but there's a next season of $1 million listings that's called like $750,000 listings, in which everybody is suddenly scrambling to figure out how they're going to pay off these loans they have taken at super high interest rates. And that's the one of those I want to see.
Absolutely. Speaking of inflation and things costing more and less, I don't know what kind of costs are involved here, but Michael Hyman, you have an ad for us this week, don't you?
I
Sponsor.
absolutely do.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Oh, you're going to hear it right now. Clicky click. Come on down to your neighborhood's newest arboretum, Dandy Danny's Den of Dandelions. Don't worry if you have allergies. We have an allergy warning at the door when you come in, so you know that it will incite your allergies. Come take a look at our over 250 varieties of dandelions. Can't identify them? Talk to our resident botanist, Lenny Bruce. Yeah, that's a fucking dandelion. Yeah, it's another fucking dandelion. It's different than that one. He'll help you identify all the different kinds of dandelions as you look at all the things that kind of look like flowers but are definitely pests and you probably don't want to be around. Don't worry, it's better than it sounds. Walk through our various gardens of dandelions, and really it's just dandelions. There's no real flowers or grass, just a giant garden of dandelions here at Dandy Danny's Den of Dandelions. Free admission if you bring that guy you know. Come on down, relax, find some zen, listen to Lenny Bruce swear about dandelions at Dandy Dandy's Den of Dandelions for all your dandelion and sneezing needs.
It does sound like one of the best dandelion themed businesses in this town.
One of them.
Yeah, I'm just glad Lenny Bruce is still getting work 60 years after his death. That's awesome.
Yes.
I mean, what a talent. Am I right?
Which is good because, like, I assume he would just still be just going on and on about those court cases. Like, dude, make us laugh already.
I would say for me, my Zen, it is two things, really. And I similarly, Jet, like there is a video game component for my Zen because I've been playing video games so long. But it's very specifically for me, like old JRPGs that I've played so much that like I know in and out, and it's like it's not even just a Zen, it's also kind of like a joyful nostalgia. So like when I sit down and play Super Mario RPG from the Super Nintendo for the
I was just talking about that the other day.
50th time that I know in and out, it really is like I don't think, because I know I've done it so much, I know it in and out, but it is just incredibly relaxing and a joyful experience. The other thing, which is very much an adult thing, is prepping food. Like when I'm getting ready to cook something and I chop everything up and you get your mise en place, and everything in its little container and like everything. Yeah. And then like, okay, now I'm going to cook. And then you just throw it in, That's also very zen and relaxing.
Man, I agree on both of those, but those experiences were destroyed once I had a child.
Yes.
And
it is just in place happening.
Yeah, and it's impossible to play any video game for longer than a nap time, which is the only opportunity I could ever possibly have.
Mm-hmm. I will say that was when I discovered the joy of doing the dishes. Because nobody else wants to do this.
Sure.
And so I can just do, like, I know I'm going to get a good 15 minutes while somebody else is dealing with something I don't want to deal with. And by just picking the one job nobody wanted to do and making it my form of meditation, I know I'm going to get to do it.
This sounds like a famous instructional journal for women in 1954.
Right, yeah. I am
joy
also
of
barefoot
doing
at
the
the
dishes.
Time. Right, yeah.
Quite honestly, every time we talk, I get so much more enamored of either being a parent or being married because you guys make it sound so joyous. I wash the dishes for a break.
I do like that you turned me into a professional dishwasher from 1947. No, actually, that is something I used to do when it would be like at like a dinner party with a bunch of people who like were not friends of mine.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, I'm going to take all my social awkwardness and funnel it into cleaning some shit up somewhere else.
That's just funny.
Delicious. That is chef's kiss, but really more busboy's kiss.
Yeah. I'm picturing all of those scenes in like movies and TV shows, the classic ones, and the things, occasionally you see in real life too, where like the host makes a big deal. No, I'll take care of that. And someone's like, oh, let me help you with the dishes. Like, no, I've got this. And I never picture the other side of that, which is, yes, they are trying to escape the dinner conversation they desperately want out of. Right. And that's brilliant. And now I'll never question that person again.
That's me every Thanksgiving. Yes. Not kidding. I am always the person who does all of the Thanksgiving dishes. And pretty much for that exact reason, because there's always a bunch of people there that I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to talk to them. I'm full. I've just eaten. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Let me just do some dishes. And like growing up, that was my job. I did all of the Thanksgiving dishes.
That's the problem with all the new open floor plans in houses where, the kitchen is wide open to the dining room. Is like you can't actually escape to go wash the dishes anymore. That's we've got to fix that.
You turn that water up pretty high.
Just say what like 3 or 4 times and they'll go away.
Put on the big noise canceling earphones that'll really send the message to them.
Yeah.
That is like, I would say like, there aren't a lot of like upsides to hearing loss, but that's a good one right there. Oh man, 3 whats and I am out of this being your moment to finally say what needs to be said.
One of the greatest things, I don't personally have the internal fortitude to do it myself, but a friend of mine, his husband does not do small talk. And if someone does small talk with him, he looks at them and then walks away without saying a word. And I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. I wish I could do that, but I just don't have it in me. But I was like, yes, I'm not going to have this conversation about nonsense with you.
Is he Dutch? Because that's a thing. Yeah.
He's just an American
too small
that does not care.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes. Don't you wish you could do that? It seems beautiful.
Yeah, because it's always so weird. Like it's all the classic, hi, how are you? And everyone then has to lie about I'm fine. And then if anyone says anything other than I'm fine, then it's awkward. And then it's like, someone asks you about your weekend. It's like, I have to remember what I did this weekend. Oh my God.
This weather's really cooled off, hasn't it?
Shut up. Maybe it's because I grew up in the deep South. But having ways to not hear people's opinions, I think, is magic. So, like, I will. Oh man, it is the humidity, isn't it? I will do that for days.
Super.
Hot enough for you?
Hey, you think so, but what's actually happening is that human pollution has destroyed the ozone layer, which means that the actual greenhouse quality of our atmosphere is trapping heat in, which is making people call it global warming. What's really happening is our weather systems are becoming more and more extreme.
Hey there, buddy. Hardly working or working hard?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because what's happened is we've dismantled America's manufacturing base, meaning that whole millions and millions of formerly useful blue-collar workers have been just left to rot in our cities, right? And we're not replacing this. We're just putting it into what we call a knowledge economy, which is just far fewer people making far more money.
Oh, boy. You see them gas prices?
Well, you know why you're seeing them go up that high? It's not a lack of resources. It is the cartel policies of corporations. And then, of course, OPEC. But people want to make OPEC the bad guy, but it's not OPEC. It's actually this cartel of corporations who manipulate gas prices. Do you ever see them go down? No. Why? That is illegal corporate collaboration to keep prices up.
What's up, friends? Did somebody say something about the weather already?
Well, they did, but what they didn't say is how that global warming or climate change is actually a way to perpetuate income inequality. As you see third world countries, which is the old term, but I prefer developing countries myself. But either way, it's a patronizing term used to perpetuate a sense that the American way of life is the normal way of life. When in fact, what we're doing is just if you look at Pakistan now, the place is flooded. It is literally the sins of the first world are flooding in and taking over and being vented upon that once noble country. Still noble, by the way.
Sorry,
we're less
I'm late.
noble.
Did you guys see that game on Sunday? Whew. Boy, the team that scored the most really won it, and that's what you need.
What you didn't see was CTE. This is a form of cranial injury that has been fomented by the NFL. A bunch of rich white men who couldn't throw a football 10 feet are just making their money off of the injuries, these lasting mental injuries placed on players. And you know what they're doing? They're doing it in college, and they're not even paying them. I mean, come on.
Bro, how's it hanging?
You asked that question, but capital punishment has been reinvigorated into the United States at an alarming rate. Our country, who once banned the death penalty in the 70s, now is reinstituting hanging and even firing squad.
You guys been listening to the Super Legit podcast?
You say that, but what that podcast does is it takes what seems to be like just normal everyday conversation.
Thank you as always to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode was hosted
like they pretend like, these are copyrighted characters. What they're doing is they're mentioning McDonald's.
Michael Hyman,
they are
mentioning
mentioning Arby's. They're mentioning
Jen
all
Burton,
these companies.
Chris Sanders,
Dude,
Josh Spence, Chris
how much
Compton,
do you love
and Sean Michael
pizza?
Boozer?
Oh, you want me to tell
Every
you how
scene
much
you
I
heard
love
today
pizza?
was improvised
A lot.
on the spot, along with some of the ads with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, know you are. Pause real quick.
Did you read that story about the serial killer in
before
Fairbanks?
you close the app and tell a friend about it?
You know why I didn't? Because that is a kind of focusing on this outlier action that helps us to avoid these everyday things like murder by police of American citizens of color.
Thank you all for joining me on this episode of Super Legit. It has been fantastic to have you here. You all come around now again. You hear?
So, dude, what are you driving these days?
I tell you what, I'm not driving an American-made gasoline-powered car. They have worked. And now Elon Musk is the only one putting forward electric cars. Let me tell you, the most conservative human being on the planet is the only one in charge of our green our green vehicles. Doesn't that seem like some sort of a conspiracy? Quo vadis. Who benefits? That's all I'm saying.
I'm just glad I got to experience a conversation with someone like you, Mr. Frederick Large Speech.
Now that is a copyrighted name, I gotta say. So, should we start recording now?
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh,
Josh has zoned out again. Fugue state, missed his one bit.
Yes, Mr. McLarge Speech, you can start recording now.
You think I can, but what that actually means is America's music industry has become a cartel that lives off lawsuits and not off paying creators.
That was fucking great.
Oh, beautiful.
Very funny.
Absolutely beautiful.
That's playing the character that I imagine I sound like.